We're on our way now to pick up the latest steers from the butcher. Sorry, I know it's been a while since we've done a video, but one thing we haven't done really is talk about how much beef do you get from a steer when you take one to butcher. When we get back to the house, we'll take a look at it. We'll look at the numbers. We'll even try and compare some cuts of grain-fed versus grass-fed and see what the difference there is. Boxes, each one is right around 60 pounds, give or take 1 to 2 pounds. They have labels on them, what they are. This one is solid ground beef, so I'm gonna slide it out of the way. I do ground beef last. More ground beef. Now we can start stacking it and organizing it. The first two were stew meat, those second two were minute steaks. Got some New York strips. More minute steaks. Got some ribeye, my personal favorite. All right, you can see all the beef out on the table behind me, minus the ground beef. We left it in the box. Let's go through some numbers real fast. Our live weights are around 1,200 pounds, give or take a little bit. A whole steer, this particular one, for example, weighed 1197 live. His hanging weight was 745, if I'm not mistaken. We got 488 pounds of beef. About 60 to 65% of this is ground beef. We got 15 packages of stew meat, 15 packages of minute steak. We have 4 sirloin tip roast, 2 packages of back ribs, 2 rump roast, 2 packages of whole tri-tips, oxtail. We got about 25 New York strips, about 25 ribeyes, 18 sirloins, 8 chuck roast, 15 tenderloin fillets, 1 package of flank steak, 6 packages of skirt steak, and the rest of that is ground beef. Now, obviously, there's a whole lot more cuts that you can get. I opted to get some things such as the arm roast, the Pikes Peak roast, the short ribs, the blade tenderized round steaks. I opted to get those ground instead, so that did increase our ground beef totals just a little bit. Those are not very popular cuts to sell, so, and I have a bunch of them right now, so we opted get the additional ground beef out of those cuts instead. This is what we're left with, about 488 pounds exactly of beef straight from one steer. Because we have so much ground beef, I'm leaving some of it boxed up so we can store stuff on top of it. Now, comparing a grain finish to a grass finished, this is a good example. The biggest difference, this is the grass finished, that's a grain finished. You got a little bit of fat marbling, but it's pretty bare, pretty lean through here. A grain finish, you should have some fat through here. And obviously some breeds and genetics have a whole lot more marbling than this. But this is pretty standard for a 90-day feed ration on grain compared to left on grass for that same time frame.
A few moments later.
We got a few beef orders here. Y'all follow along as we get them packed up. This first one's for Jennifer. She's got 2 packs of minute steak and a tenderloin fillet. We'll write the weights down. Ours is done, so we'll set that one to the side. Next, we have Ever 2 round steaks, 2-minute steaks, 10 ground beef, 4 ribeyes, and 6 tenderloins. So we might need a box for this one. Start with the round steaks. Two more minute steaks. Four ribeyes. Six tenderloins. Ten ground beef. All right, second one's done. John's got ribeyes and skirt steaks. Now Miss Shelley has a pack of oxtail. Never used these before, but these are actually fairly popular, but oxtail, you only get one per animal, so Wish you got more of it. That's it. Now we'll get them all taped up, put in the freezer till they come pick them up. Kind of gets folded up, tape it, write their name on it, we're done.